Hello and welcome. Today we are leveling up our decision-making knowledge in JavaScript by looking at examples of the ternary operator. Let's get started. The ternary operator is a three-part tool for making decisions with JavaScript. Let's take a look at the ternary operator statement syntax. You can think of a ternary operator statement as being shorthand for an if-else statement. Like an if statement, we start with a condition. After the condition, we put a question mark. If the condition is true, the result of the ternary operation is found here. This is followed by a colon. The colon is like the else in an if-else statement. If the condition of the ternary operator is false, the result of the ternary operation is here. Let's look at an example. Let's start by defining a variable named soup and assign it a value of chicken noodle soup. Now let's define another variable named response. We'll assign the result of a ternary operator statement to this variable. We are saying if the variable soup holds a value, our response will be, yes, we have soup. Otherwise, we will reply, sorry, no soup today. We can see the value of our response variable when we log it to the console. If we remove the value of our soup variable, it will be undefined, which is considered false. Now our response will change because soup will be evaluated as false with the ternary operator. Now let's delete that ternary operator statement and add another variable named isCustomerBand with a true value. We'll set a variable named soupAccess equal to the result of a ternary operator statement. If isCustomerBand is true, soupAccess will be equal to sorry, no soup for you. However, if isCustomerBand is false, a second ternary operator statement will be activated. That's right, you can chain ternary operator statements together. This second statement is much like our first example. I am putting each part of the ternary operator on a new line. The Visual Studio Code extension Prettier will format it nicely when I save the file. We can see our console output for soupAccess is sorry, no soup for you. If we change the value of the isCustomerBand variable to false, the second ternary operator takes action and evaluates the variable soup as true. Again, if we remove the value of soup and leave the variable undefined, the second ternary operator will evaluate soup as false and provide a different value for our soupAccess variable. Now let's look at a grading scale example. We'll start by defining a variable named testScore and giving it a numeric value. Next, we'll define a variable named myGrade and assign it the result of a ternary operator statement. We will have the ternary operator evaluate the testScore number and return a letter grade as the value. Just like if-else statements, chaining ternary operators results in a waterfall-like behavior. Therefore, when we get to the second ternary operator, we already know the number is less than or equal to 89, so we only have to check if the number is greater than 79. This chaining pattern continues until the result is a failing grade when none of the ternary operator statements are true. Let's use a template literal string to print the value of myGrade to the console. Now let's change the testScore value a few times to check the results. Now let's apply ternary operator statements to rock, paper, scissors logic. As with the tutorials on if-else statements and switch statements, we want to check for a tie game first. From there, we can chain ternary operators together. Each ternary needs to evaluate both the value of player 1 and the value of the computer variables. When we reach the end of possible winning outcomes for the computer and none of those are true, player 1 wins by default. Let's change the variable values a few times to check the resulting outcomes. There you have it. Ternary operators are next level if-else statements. Once you understand how to read them, ternary operators usually save you lines of code compared to the bulkier if-else syntax and switch statement syntax. Most simple ternary operators only require one line of code. Hi, I'm Dave, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Remember to keep striving for daily progress instead of perfection. Subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to be alerted when I post new tutorials. I'll see you next time.